Hello there. Welcome to Avik's Talking Show. But I'm not Avik, I'm Saurabh Saha. Don't think it's a new weird treat for you that I have replaced or removed Avik from his own show. No, not at all. He is way better than me in terms of anchoring, questioning, show management. And the best part is, he works here for free. That poor unpaid anchor. I will not take much of your time now. I already have done so much of Bakwas talk with you. So let me invite Avik to his own show and return his stinky mic. Catch it, Avik.
Yes, thank you, Saurav, for inviting me on my own show. So, without wasting any further time, let me call upon my two guests for today's show. They are pharmacy students in LPU. Please let me welcome Shashank Prasad and Rahul Mandal. Hello, Shashank.
Hello, Abhik. I have been looking at this show from past 2 weeks and I feel really very glad to be here. And I feel really glad that one of my best friend has made this channel and I feel really very proud to be here today. And I wish that we'll do something good today.
Thank you for your kind words, and over to you, Rahul.
Thank you, Avik, for inviting me. It's actually my pleasure to be a part of such a wonderful channel, Thoughtful Folks, which I think will be a game changer in the life of the youth worldwide.
Yes, thank you so much, and it's my pleasure to have both of you for today's episode. So, people, it's talking time now. Let's get started with the Q&A session. I'll start off with a very basic question. First off, Rahul, you answer me. What is a day in your life like? Like your daily activities.
A day in my life, right? To sum it up in a few words, I would say wake up, listen to songs, attend hectic online classes, lunch, online classes, songs, self study, dinner, songs, sleep, and repeat. That's exactly how my day was during this corona life in a perspective.
Yeah, I can relate to that. And what about you, Sashank? How do you spend your time?
I'll describe my day in two parts. One when I was doing my online classes, another which I am enjoying right now. So during online classes, it was like totally packed 9 to 5 classes. After the class, we used to talk over call, me, Rahul, and some of the friends, and we would discuss about practicals, how to write practicals, and I feel that those moments were like hectic for us, but if we remember it now, it feels like we did something very great. And talking about now, it's like completely free. I wake up, okay, I don't know what to do on the particular day, and what I do is I help dad with some work, then I go enjoy with my friends, and I go for some rides. Okay, I love riding and driving, and this happens in my day nowadays, but during online classes it was completely packed, only studies, nothing else.
Yeah, Shashank, I truly agree with you. These online classes are really a pain in the ass for
Yeah,
us.
true.
And Rahul, what do you have to say about online classes? What's your take?
Well, the thing that had made 2020 the worst, apart from the coronavirus, are the online classes. The most hectic, frustrating, boring, and troublesome part of my life had to be these last few months. And God knows how many more months to go. Well, we are still old enough to adjust to the situation, but think of those children who are taking their first step into the most vital and memorable stage of their life, the school life. The friends and the teachers are all replaced by a silly machine. They are doing absolutely nothing but speaking and listening to a wall. So there's nothing controversial or harm to say that online class education is a curse that has come and have to go with the pandemic. But again, everything have to have some benefits. And the one benefit that I find in online classes is that you can attend it from any place. Absolutely any place. You know what I mean.
Absolutely. And like you said, Rahul, I hope all of this comes to an end real soon. Now, Shashank, earlier you mentioned that you like riding. So could you tell us more about your interest? I mean, what sort of vehicles do you like to ride and how did it all get started?
See, to be very specific, like I have around 35 cousins in my family. So when I was small, I used to see my cousins driving and riding from that particular time. And I had this fantasy to ride and drive vehicle once in my life. So talking about the most special day in my life. It was on 13th of October 2018, where for the first time I planned a ride with my brothers. Okay, we went to North Sikkim. There is a place called Gurudong Marg. Okay, I wish like you all visit that place once in your life, and I do have posted about the ride in a YouTube channel named Biker Explorer. So the ride was very tedious and we enjoyed a lot. But at the same time, I feel that riding a bike for a longer duration of time even tells you about your potential. And I feel that it somehow allows you to know your potential, and this would even help you to grow in certain fields. Like, for example, suppose we decided that in a particular day we'll travel 500 kilometers. Okay, just an example. So it is not possible for each and every one of us to travel 500 kilometers in same duration. Some of us will face jam, some of us will face difficulties in riding, in doing off-roadings, some of us will drive slow, some of us will be little fast. But at the end of the day, it is our target to reach 500 kilometers. And same happens with life. Everybody has different paths, everybody has different speeds. So we should not compete each other. We should compete with ourselves, and we should focus on the utmost target to reach that particular goal. Doesn't matter how are you reaching, you should reach. It doesn't matter how slow are you and how fast are you, you should reach that particular goal. So I get motivated, and I feel that this riding and driving motivates me to work more and like explore more.
Wow, that was surprisingly insightful. So, Shashank, you said that one shouldn't drive too fast or go too fast, but many people do, and many people meet with troubles because of that. So, do you think there should be some more regulations about that? Because we already have, but they are not as helpful as they should be. So, Shashank, what do you think about that?
I feel that yeah, there should be some regulation, and like in international countries, okay, what I see is we have different lanes and we have different kinds of people. Like ones who drive like around 40 to 60 kilometers can work in particular lane. One who drives like 80 to 100 kilometers can work in a particular lane, and one beyond that can work in a particular lane. But in India, it is not possible. So it is our prime duty to include the subjects of this traffic in our syllabus. What I have observed is in our junior classes, we study like red means stop, yellow means get ready, and green means go. But to be honest, whenever yellow light comes, it means there is no police. So what kind of education we get? Yellow means get ready, but I feel that in West Bengal, after red light, what we get is green light. We never get yellow light. So what we see, we don't study that. And I feel that if we have to ride or drive, or if we need to have knowledge about traffic, so we should be realistic about that particular thing. We should make the curriculum in such a way that it focuses on the traffic of India. It focuses on the roads of India, so that the student gets to know about their country, and according to that they'll plan and they'll know that what should be the right way to drive or ride. What we people do is like we most of the people ride or drive just to show off, like yeah, see, I know how to ride, yeah, see, I know how to drive. But that should not be the case. I feel that this riding and driving is not a matter to show off. It's a general thing, but people need to understand this, that you should not use this particular thing to show off. See, I can reach 120 kilometers in 1 hour. See, I can reach 140 in 1 hour. That doesn't matter, right? You should know the actual purpose of this thing. These things are made to ease your way. They are not there to harm you in any way. So use it in a proper way so that it will help you rather than destroying you.
Thank you so much, Shashank. And once again, whatever you said right now is really what needs to be done. And thanks for saying it out loud, because not many people talk about traffic regulations and the rules, because all our laws are very ancient that we follow in India, and whatever you just said right now is true, and we should do something about it. Now, since both of you are pharmacy students, I'd like to ask you guys what motivated you to take up that course and how's it going so far? Rahul, you go first.
To be very honest and be very practical, I was looking for something apart from engineering and MBBS. And from the beginning, I was very much determined not to follow the crowd into a wild goose chase. And then my father actually suggested me to do pharmacy. Once again, I would like to thank my dad for bringing me onto the right track when I was confused. And this course is indeed exciting. It's unfolding things which I could have never imagined actually. And obviously, the road is long, but so are the list of opportunities.
Yes, absolutely wonderful, buddy. And Sashank, why did you choose pharmacy?
So I am from a business family, okay? So we have done business of like starting from ration to tea, sugar, and everything. But in my family, what we have not excelled or stepped upon is like medicine, because it is not something that today I wish that I'll open a medicine shop and the next day it will be opened. That is not the case with the medicine shops. So, and when I was like during this time of lockdown, I was really very confused that what to take, because I was confused with agriculture somewhere and somewhere pharmacy, somewhere this, somewhere that. Then I came upon this thing called generic medicine, and I started studying about the same. And I thought that this can bring a revolution in our country, where we have lots and lots of poor people who cannot afford medicine, and they tend to rely upon their personal immune system, which grows weaker day by day because of their ill health, because of not eating properly and not proper sanitization. Due to this COVID, the health ratio is like really very bad. And I feel that this generic medicine, which is really very cheaper as compared to the allopathy and homeopathy, and it can bring the revolution in our country, because our people will start thinking much about health now. For me, I should be able to transform people in such a way that they understand this quote very well, that health is wealth. We do hear it lots and lots of time, but we don't understand the real meaning of it. And the one who understand this real meaning may have felt somehow and somewhere that health is really very important. What happened with me was, during my board exam in class 10, I was having chicken pox, and I was not at all well. At that particular time, I got to know that how important health is. You can even ask Saurav how bad I was with my stomach pain during my classes, and I couldn't focus on my studies. So from that particular day, I felt the real meaning of this quote. And I feel that somewhere taking pharmacy will even help me out to like make people understand the real meaning of this quote, health is wealth. And my prime focus will be in the states like Sikkim, Bihar, and Odisha. And let's see if things will work properly. I'll like bring out the revolution in the whole country about generic medicine. And I feel that people in India are not concerned about their health right now, but a time will come, okay, after 5 or 6 years, when they'll start thinking about health. And when they'll think about health, they don't have to think about money. They'll get each and every medicine in cheaper cost, and it will be more effective, and it will make them more healthy, and a healthy country will grow more rapidly. And of course, after 7 to 8 years, we will be counted in the list of the developed country. I feel that.
Okay, wow. That was. I'm speechless. Really. That was a great answer once again, and I hope that you're able to accomplish what you've just said right now. Now it's time for the final question of the day. Since this is the first episode of this new year, My question to both of you would be, do you have any New Year's resolution? Rahul, you can share yours first.
Talking about New Year's resolution, the story is very dramatic actually. I finished my first sem exam on 16th of December, another month's holiday. Then I decided why not join a chemist shop and get into some professional side of things. Luckily, my dad's friends owns a chemist shop and I started part time. Viewers, please note, the owners allowed me with the condition that I will not be paid. Yes, I will not be paid. कुछ पाने के लिए कुछ खोना पड़ता है, right? So during my duty, I came across many patients whose faces turned green with each increasing penny. There were many who actually started crying while paying the bill for their medicine, for one reason or the other. Many told me they would rather prefer to die instead of paying for these medicines. And instances like this are actually the reason of many notable breakthroughs in mankind. And then I took not a New Year resolution, but a decade long resolution that why not work towards making medicine accessible to all? I mean, nothing is impossible, right? Humans are proving it ages after ages. And I know Shashank will be there to help me. Let us make this happen. So, this is the resolution that I took in 2021.
Absolutely wonderful, Rahul. I wish you all the best. And Shashank, what is your New Year's resolution?
Yeah. Earlier, I didn't believe like in keeping resolutions, but from 2019, I started keeping resolutions, and I feel that these resolutions somehow motivates us because we take this oath on the first day of this year and on the first hour, and this somehow hits us when we don't follow the particular thing. So the resolution for this year was to walk upon my body, because you can ask sort of I have become jumbo, okay, during this lockdown. So I want to get fed. I want to learn more about digital marketing, okay, because I feel that this new era will be focusing more on marketing digitally rather than marketing physically. So I need to learn more about the particular thing. And yeah, the third thing is that to learn more about cinematography from Sword of Sa. So these three things are there for this new resolution. Let's see how I achieve it.
Absolutely, and I hope you will achieve it. Unlike me, because I I have never been able to keep any resolutions after 10 days. So I'm just equally bad at it.
No, I also feel that in the early days I also face problem. If I talk about today, like just yesterday I took this resolution that I'll walk upon my body, okay, and today I went Kurshong and I ate like anything. So, but now I know that after I'll finish all this thing, I'll go have tea and I'll walk even for 7 minutes, but I'll do some workout. So you just need to walk upon it for a minute. Even if you do it for 1 minute, no, it will affect you somehow or other. But you have to do it. Just for 1 minute also, just do it. That should be the thing.
Yes, thank you. So for 1 minute, you say,
Yeah.
right? My goal, yeah, my resolution was actually to be nicer to people. So that makes me think that I should be nice to them for only 1 minute a day. Yeah, that's
No,
easy. I can do
not
that.
at all.
I can do that.
First day you will be nice for a minute. The other day you will be for 10 minutes. The other day 100 minutes. The other day 1,000 minutes, and you will be nice for 365 days. So don't worry.
Okay, so that's how it works. Sure, I'll try to keep up this year. Don't worry about that. And Shashank, before you leave, I had a simple question for you. Since the viewers might already be aware that Saurav and you are bestest of friends, I'd like to ask, how would you define your friendship with Saurav in one word?
If I have to complete this answer in one word, then the real reason for our bond is purity. There is nothing like selfishness and anything. It is just purity, and because of this, our bond is stronger.
That is really sweet. And on that note, I'd like to end this episode. It was really fun talking to both of you. We talked about so many new things today, and I hope to meet you very soon.
Thank you, Avik. The last 2 minutes have really been wonderful, and really hope that our conversation will give the viewers a insight into the positive sides of life. Once again, thank you and bye bye.
Thank you, Abhik, and thank you, thoughtful folks, for inviting us in this show. We enjoyed a lot, and thank you, viewers, for listening to us so patiently. Bye bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much. So, once again, people, this was our show. From traffic to medicine to friendship and to New Year's resolution, I think we covered up a lot of bases today. And that's the point of our show. We can talk about anything as long as it makes sense. So join us next time when we talk to some more amazing people. This has been The Talking Show, starring yours truly. And once again, I wish everyone a very happy new year. Be kind to one another. Keep talking.